And then, yeah, these are shipments here. Like you can
Okay.
see just
So
the
those are all,
field of product.
I see those have all shipping labels on. Those are all going out. Those are all sales.
Oh, yeah. It's Black Friday. It's our busiest time of the year. We're selling hundreds. We're selling truckloads, and we might even have some trucks here. You can see more skids, trucks at the end. We'll see if we could. Hey, good. Are you? It's okay. Mine are too. So we have, yeah, over here, more wrapped skids. We have, some trucks here. This is our loading bay. Yeah, you can show we have 50 doors here at Worksport, 50 loading truck loading bays. And we have, other full truckload products, staged, ready to go.
Okay, so all that stuff, all the shrink wrap stuff, those are orders going out.
Everything that you just saw is orders going out. It's just some of it's shrink wrapped and some of it isn't. Oh, here's one of the trucks might be a FedEx truck.
This is important. Look, it's important for the partners to see that the money is coming in.
Yeah, so this is half a day. This is half a day and half a truck loaded. Our FedEx, this is just FedEx. This is ground shipments. Then we have full truckloads, partial truckloads. So this is just our FedEx truck, full of product just as from half day. So we have a shipping crew working day and night.
We are back with Worksport. Steve Rossi is going to give us a factory tour, and as always, the next Wall Street Reporter's next super stock program, our goal is to bring you those stocks which have that 10x to 100x upside potential that are at the inflection point right now with multiple catalysts for that 10x to 100x upside. And as Steve always corrects me, Worksport is not at the inflection point. It's actually inflecting. It's actually happening literally right now. Right now, and the news flow is proof of that. I mean, this is the moment. Steve, welcome back to the program.
Thanks for having me, Jack. I appreciate it. Finally, I'm here at the factory. I had some time today to get here, and I'm happy to show you around.
Before we get into the tour, today another more proof that the company actually is inflecting. Again, sales have started of your, what is it? The HD3. This is the heavy duty truck.
Third made in America hard folding tonneau cover. The third one that we offer. So we started with one, the late last year, early this year. Now we got 3 different models we make out of this facility here.
And this is for fleets, right? This is for B2B. This is for fleets, people who have
resellers,
government agencies, businesses that have 50, 100, 1,000 trucks in their fleet or more.
Fleets, resellers, Main Street America businesses. That's what it's geared for.
Okay, so there's more products. So we're also this week on Friday you're launching Core, which is the power product, the solar chargers for the truck. So these are major products. They're going to put the company, again, the target you've mentioned is 40 million plus revenues this in 26. So this coming year, 40 million plus. Again, I believe you hit that number, we're going to see a 20 plus to $40 stock. So this could be our next 10 bagger. You're going to be, the next edition of our book in the pantheon of greats of our 10 baggers. So Steve, let's get to the tour. Show us what you got here.
All right. First production bay is our kitting area. So this is where we get raw components that come in. So everything that Worksport makes is by hand. Every molecule, every pixel of our product is made by us. So we'll get components and then we assemble them into kits. So it's not like a bracket kit that we buy, from China. It's like we bend the metal and we buy the bolts and we buy the nuts and then we have to kit everything. So to mount to a truck, you have to kit everything. You have to make kits and we make our kits by hand. So these are where all the raw components come in, like fasteners, washers, brackets, and we turn them into assemblies. Mostly mounting assemblies for, like a mounting bracket kit for a GM or a Chevy truck, these types of things.
So let's say I want to buy a truck cover from you. I buy it from a distributor, or I buy it from your website, and I get a kit, or I get something that is ready to go. Like how long does it take me to put it together?
It takes an average person about 30 minutes to install the cover, and your cover what you're gonna get a box that's this big. This is one of our cover boxes, if you can see this. And it consists of a lid, a cover that almost looks like these panels. And then it'll consist of a bracket kit. Like when you buy like, large items, it's the item and then the hardware. So you get a small kit of hardware. We could show you kind of what some of these kits look like. Do you want to look at the kits, Jack?
Yeah, I want to see everything. By the way, your camera guy is doing a great job.
He's the best. So
This
we
is
have like these,
getting a
these
Martin Scorsese
individual,
production here.
yeah. So these individual, components are wireway managers or clips that hold our cables. So we have a series of all of the different components that go into a cover, and then they get brought over to this station where I could show you kind of what a master kit would look like. So this is sub-assemblies. And then what does a kit look like? Yeah, these are kits here. So then we aggregate everything, into a master kit. So a master kit is, a foam seal, the tool you need to install the product, brackets and clamps and hardware. So this kit is labeled and barcoded and it'll fit a certain model application, if that makes sense. So we take all of the different parts in this room and we kit it and seal it into a package ready for you to rip open and put a cover on your truck.
So this factory, like in terms of just the tonneau truck covers, what kind of sales capacity can you support from here? Are we talking 100
One to
million?
three,
What's the
one,
number?
one to 300 million. So we could make 1 to 300 million, $1 to $300 worth of product can go. And the difference, the delta of $200 million is, are we full-time making our lowest price cover or are we full-time making our solar tonneau cover? So if you were to average it, we'll probably see the mid, nine figures. So we'll see like 150, 150 million, $200 million out of this facility. We have 6 acres that we can expand into on the west side of the building. I'm not going to show you, it's a rainy day outside right now, but we could build another 70,000 square feet. That'll get us 40% more space. That'll ultimately, if you were to do simple math, it could raise our revenues top line 40%, our capacity.
Steve, I just want to add for anybody watching is, look, the opportunity, I see the opportunity for, from the investor's perspective is you have a company at which I always like, I'm used to saying the word inflection point, but it actually is inflecting, which is where the company is at the point where it's ready to scale. Like you see the revenues exploding. You can see month over month increases in revenue growth.
Yeah.
You said you're gonna hit 40 million you're gonna do 40 million in 2026. Most likely you could hit 100 million revenues sometime in 26, sometime in the next 12 months. You could hit that $8-9 million revenue month, which is going to put you at 100 million annualized revenues. And I see that if the market with that type of velocity, the market usually pays 5x, 10x multiple of revenue. So that's why this thing could be, was it 500 million plus valuation, which works out to 20-40 bucks a share potentially.
Let's say we're a $17 million market cap. The building that we're in alone is worth over $10 million, and we own this building. We don't rent it. Everything that you see in here, we own. This panel bending line is a $4.5 million line. All the inventory, all the assets. We have 200 patents. We have hundreds of customers. We have thousands of 5-star reviews. We have a pipeline full of products that are going to get us into way beyond $100 million in sales. It's aggregarious,
Steve, we refer to this as the asymmetric bet because right now the company's trading below really book value between the cash on hand, the assets.
Yeah.
It's more than 20 million. The market cap is 17 million. So basically, you're getting this thing for free. In other words, when you're buying the stock right now, you're getting it for free. And you're getting 200 potentially 10x, 20x over the next 6 to 9 months because the market is forward. In other words, the stock is going to move in advance of you hitting the 100 million run rate.
We're building. We're as a company, our culture is we just keep going. We have tenacity. We persevere. We're problem solvers. And we started at 0 million, 20 million in a year. We're going to keep adding zeros as fast as we can. We're capitalists. We're going to make as much money as possible. And we're going to continue to find ways to deliver the best shareholder value we possibly can. Period. End of story. We're going to continue to grow And our eyes are set on hundreds of millions and billions. Not like this is just step one. We're just getting started. We're just getting warmed up.
And Steve, I think it's important for investors to realize is, I think the problem, the reason the stock is cheap is people think, oh, these guys, all they do is they just make, truck covers, which by itself, by the way, is a multi-billion-dollar market. And you've just started scratching the surface. So again, just in that alone, you could do hundreds of millions of sales or more. But really, I think people really need to understand that this is an innovation company. It's kind of like a Sony, a Samsung. Any of these great companies that started with one product. You've used that Sony rice cooker analogy, but they started with one product and then they expanded into other areas. Like, for example, now you've got the heat pump business, you got the core, you got
so we have 3 different products that are coming out between next week and next year. Next week we're launching our battery generator, the core. This week, this Thursday or Friday, we're launching the core battery generator. And then this week we're also concurrently we're launching our solar tonneau cover, which is made in Missouri now. We were going to make it here. Now we do make part of it here. We make the metal panels for it here. But we assemble the solar assemblies in Missouri because there's a lot of good reasons there for that. And then so the battery generator which is a product for everybody, not just truck owners. So we're broadening our market to the global consumer market with the battery generator. Yeah. And then on the core is launching this week. The solar tonneau cover is launching this week, and then next year we're launching our subsidiary. We have Terabith Energy that's making a heat pump, which is a world-class product. And we've shown the market that we said we're going to make a tonneau cover in America, and here it is. We make thousands of them. Now people got to take us seriously when we say we're going to do something. Sure, there's bumps in the road, but we get it done. So the heat pump's coming. And that's a multi-billion-dollar business and growing. The battery generator market, multi-billion-dollar business and growing. And we're really good at what we do, so we think we're going to take big pieces of all of them. So there's a huge opportunity in front of us for Worksport and its shareholders. It's up to those shareholders to find those deals. At one point, Home Depot was a penny stock per se. It was dollars per share. So I think that a lot of big industries in America were built from humble beginnings.
Yeah, I've mentioned we've had a number of our stocks that we've introduced over the years that started with nothing. I use the example of Taser, or now known as Axon. That's the company that makes the tasers that all the cops have now, and the body cams now. But they started with really just this one thing, and the stock was $1. Everybody thought it was a scam. I think it's $1,600 with the split. So basically, people would have made over 1,000 times for every $1,000 they would have made $1 million in that stock.
From humble acorns grow mighty oaks.
Worksport. I mean, Steve, really, Worksport reminds me very, very, very similar to Axon, but actually, you're much further ahead than where they were at their stage. So I think
we bought this factory a few years ago, and it's taken a lot of time to get it retrofitted to bring it up. But I got Jack. I got a lot of factory to show you. I got 250,000 square feet to walk with you. So yeah. So this is the bay where we do all the machining. This is our machining bay. It's 50,000 square feet. And we got our aluminum extruded profiles in bulk. This is all made in America. So this aluminum extruded profile is not only made in America, the aluminum is mined from American soil as well. So it's domestically manufactured, but with domestic raw goods, which is critical. So this is our aluminum coil. So each one of these weighs 5,000 to 10,000 pounds of aluminum coiled up tight. That's what the sheets that we use to make our tonneau covers, and it's coated in a coating that's proprietary to Worksport. And I'll show you what these coils look like over here. So this is our coil yard where we keep hundreds of thousands of pounds of metal on the floor. But these coils are massive sheets of aluminum that's coated in our spangled material. This is like a ceramic coating that it makes our product very robust. And it's very thick material. You can see just how thick it is here. But it's these coils get loaded into our state-of-the-art panel bending machine over here. That machine will straighten material and then bend it and form it into what is our tonneau covers without any human interaction. So what would otherwise take 30, 40 people to do, we have one machine that requires one, maybe two operators. And the precision is for
you have a lot of
automation. Yeah.
By the way, Steve, I was going to
Yeah.
say, in terms of you're pointing out the quality of the metal, on your Instagram, there's a post which has the girl with the sounds, what's,
Yeah. Yeah.
with the sounds of the, it's like based on that
Yeah.
meme
Yeah.
on YouTube.
ASMR. Yeah.
Yeah, they ask
Yeah. Yeah.
great stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you'll see the production bay in a minute. What do you think, Chris? Do you think we should go the ASRS or do you think we should go into machining? Okay, yeah. So we'll show you. So we have a tower here that's the equivalent of 150,000 square, or sorry, 70,000 square feet of space. It's 100 feet tall, 400 feet deep, and it's a robotic storage system. And what it does is you load a skid into the robot, and the robot puts it away 100 feet up it's the original cloud storage. It takes your skid and our skid of product, and it robotically stores it 100 feet up in the air, out of the way, no operators required. And when you need that skid of products, you call it, the robot picks it back up again. And I'll show you this. Very few of these exist in America.
What is that honking? What is it? Were these guys driving the forklifts?
Oh, that's forklifts. We have multiple forklifts running. Yeah, it's a noisy factory, and that's the way we like to keep it. It means things are happening. Jack, the feed's coming through clear. You can hear and see clearly.
Perfect. Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, we're walking through so many different Wi-Fi zones here. Okay, so this is our what is it? Fabrication bay. This is where all the fabrication happens. All of the jigs and fixtures and tools. So this isn't where we make product. This is where we make all the fixtures, jigs. We make all the equipment to make our product, if that makes sense. All the jigs, all the fixtures, all the presses, everything that's required to assemble our tonneau covers, racks, carts, all of these things, we make ourselves. We engineer them ourselves. We make them ourselves. So there's nothing about our product or how we make our product that's off of any shelf. It's all custom fabricated equipment to make custom fabricated products.
It's incredible. I mean, the more I see it, the more I realize, like, again, the stock is trading at a 17 million market cap, and the whole plant that you have, everything, the plant itself is probably worth more than that. And then you got probably 10 million in cash that you're sitting on.
Yeah, this is a significant opportunity, and the business is quite large. So this is our ASRS system. If you could see the depth, it's a tower that's 100 feet high, 400 feet deep, that stores every one of those blue boxes is a skid spot. It's where we could store 5,500 skids, and you can see those skids poking out, where we store all of our product completely automated. And a robot will put away all of our product and store it. Now we do have forklifts on the ground loading this tower, but this tower allows us to store hundreds of millions of dollars in inventory. It's temperature controlled, so it's refrigerated and heated, and it allows us to store product, raw components, and finished goods without having to have forklifts and racking and all these different things that take time and money. So we can focus on making products. We let the robots do the hard work, which is the forklift work, if that makes sense.
So that's 10 stories high, basically, or more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's 10 stories high. It's so high that we have to put obviously the lights on the roof of it, because of air traffic around. It's the tallest structure in the area. And it's 10 stories high, and it could store hundreds of millions of dollars of finished and raw goods for us. And it saves us having too many forklifts and propane and all these different things. It allows us to just focus on the manufacturing process as opposed to really becoming a logistics business.
No, I'm glad we're getting this factory tour, because people, investors need to see this as beyond just a stock symbol. They got to see that what the company really does, what they actually own, because when you're buying the stock, basically you're a partner in the business. That's kind of the reality. When you buy 1,000, 100 shares or 1 share of Worksport, you're basically a partner. So what are you getting for your money? You're getting you're getting this thing for free because of the valuation, and you got this massive upside. This is what you're getting.
Yeah. So this is our Prima Power. The Prima Power is a fully automated machine, of which only few exist in the country, that'll take the roll of aluminum. It'll flatten the roll of aluminum. So this is our flattener. You can see the sheet of product that's curved. It'll flatten in this system, and then it'll cut sheets of it over here, it'll pass the sheets along into the rest of the system that will now turn the sheet into a custom formed panel. So this is the sheets here that come out of the flattener. And then these are the panels that it generates, completely automated without the requirement of any human intervention. And the first panel is the exact same millimetrically as the 1000th panel. So it's robotic precision. And it's these very panels that they're forklifting around over here, for example, that's used to make most of our tonneau covers. It's these strong ceramic coated American aluminum, thick aluminum panels that we use to make our tonneau covers. So the machine separates scrap for us. We recover all of the scrap from the machine, and we're able to recycle all of our scrap and regain 50 cents on the dollar on scrap loss. So we have a very tight scrap budget as well. So we have a very state-of-the-art system here in terms of how we make our products. So this is our panel bending side. And the panels come off and they go into carts. And then the carts go into the production bay, which I'll show you. That is where we assemble the panels into finished tonneau covers. So these are more skids and skids of tomorrow's production of panels over here. If you could see that clearly here. Can you see that, Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So these are the panels that make our tonneau cover. The same panel makes our solar tonneau cover. And then the rest of everything around is all the extrusion, the aluminum extrusion, American made, again, aluminum extrusion that we cut and mill, that's required to be able to assemble our tonneau covers. So these are our milling centers. We have another milling center. We have cutting centers. And then we have some kitting centers in here as well. So this is just one of our bays. And I'll take you into production, and then I'll take you into shipping real quick. So the heart of the operation is production, as you can see here, is now where the extruded profiles and formed panel profiles come in, and are assembled. And this is in essence our production bay. So I think, what time is it? Yeah, so the staffs are on, yeah, it's 1:30 Eastern. So staff is on break right now until I think 1:45. So we don't have the busy bodies on the line. But in essence, you can see that the panels start their lives here. You see so many panels. If you look around, you just see thousands of panels that make our tonneau covers. And what line do we want to go through? We'll go through this line. Yeah, same line. So the panels will be married. Our aluminum panels will be married with aluminum extrusion. And sealed to be watertight. We try to build a submarine as best as possible. And then in these stations, with all of this equipment you see, everything you see around is handmade by Worksport. Like I said, in that machine shop over there is where we make all of the components to make our product, all of the jigs and all the fixtures. So the panels are placed on this table. They're then merged into in essence, tonneau cover that you can see over here. So 3 panels are joined. 1, 2, 3. We add rubber seals. We add our latches. We add all the different hardware and foam required to mount the product to the truck. And then it goes into final inspection over here at this table, where the product's inspected for, it has to be perfect. So that we look for quality issues. We look for any defects, scratches, handprints, anything like that. And then the product, it goes off into packaging, which I'll show you in a second when I get some of the sealant off me.
By the way, how does so your truck covers, how do they compare to, let's say, competition in terms of like the waterproofness, if you will? Because it's an issue, right? If it rains, how do
so our competitors, they have like our major competitors, which we respect and admire. They have like a channel that they know water, they allow water into the cover, and then they port the water out through like a plumbing system. So they have like a channel, like a gutter, and then the gutter goes to a hose, and you got to drill into the bed of your truck and port this hose out. So you buy an $80,000 truck brand new, and you got to drill like 2 1-inch holes in it. It's not what we like. We just keep water out. Our product has superior sealing that it doesn't. We're not going to plumb your truck bed. We're just going to keep water out through very strong, robust seals. And except for, high pressure car washes or like monsoons, we're going to keep most of everything but drips and drops out of the bed of your truck. So everyone's coming back from break now. You can see some of the staff starting to float back in. And like I said, we range anywhere between 60 to 80. So I think 80 or 90 assembly workers back here, plus all the front office. We're way over 100 people in this building now. So you have sub-assembly to full assembly, and then you go into packaging. The corrugate, the forestry and recycling that goes into our corrugate is all domestic. The recycling and forestry that goes into the paper products that we package with is even from New York State where we are. So we're very domestic. We're very much so made in America. So we package the product in a tray. We'll go around this way. We package the product in a tray. Then the tray is passed off and is placed into a final corrugated box that we outline over here. We stage everything over here. So tray, second stage is tray with bubble wrap, strapped, and then the tray goes into a box. And then this is the end of the packaging line here, where you can see
you got a big shipment going out there.
Oh yeah, we got a ton of product going out. And then this is the final product here. So tray in box on a skid. This is just the starting of the skid. So we fit 8 tonneau covers on a skid. So this is 2 of them. So we line everything up. And then these are shipments here. Like you can see, just
so those are all,
those are all,
I see those have all shipping labels on. Those are all going out. Those are all sales.
Oh yeah. It's Black Friday. It's our busiest time of the year. We're selling hundreds. We're selling truckloads, and we might even have some trucks here. You can see more skids, trucks at the end. We'll see if we could. Nice. Very good. Are we? It's okay. Mine are too. So we have over here more wrapped skids. We have some trucks here. This is our loading bay. Yeah, you could show we have 50 doors here at Worksport, 50 loading truck loading bays, and we have other full truckload products staged, ready to go. We have tons more. I can't take you through all of it. There's some areas that we don't show, but you can see at least one of the trucks here. I think the end bay's got a truck that we're just loading right now.
Okay, so all that stuff, all the shrink wrap stuff, those are orders going out.
Everything that you just saw is orders going out. It's just some of it's shrink wrapped and some of it isn't. Oh, here's one of the trucks that might be a FedEx truck.
This is important. Look, it's important for the partners to see that the money is coming in.
Yeah, so this is half a day. This is half a day and half a truck loaded. Our FedEx, this is just FedEx. This is ground shipments. Then we have full truckloads, partial truckloads. So this is just our FedEx truck, full of product just as from half day. So we have a shipping crew working day and night. So we have 2 ships of 3. Just filling.
You're inside a truck. You're inside a FedEx truck right now.
Yeah, that was a FedEx truck, and we have another truck, I think, somewhere at the end that we just loaded up to. So yeah, we got. I mean, this is stuff going out the door.
So
this is sold.
Now people can see, Steve. I think now people can see. They can visualize how the revenues are literally increasing month over month. I mean, you can actually see it. The shipments are growing.
We just showed you. Yeah, we just showed you from coil and bundled extrusion to assembly to packaging to distribution to the tower that stores everything. We just showed you it's the whole process is here, and we're just growing. We're showing it in the numbers. We grew 400% this year in revenues. Margins are started at 7% gross margin. We're 30+% now. So yeah, things are. We're just getting started. That's all I keep saying. We're getting started. We're going to keep grinding and growing, and we have a real take a look at show this the whole way, like this whole production bay. This is our machining bay here. This is no small operation. This is one of our, I don't know whose truck this is, but I'm going to show it. This is a truck here with what looks to be an AL3 on it that's backed in. I don't know what it's doing here or who owns it. Oh, it's an AL4. So this is an AL4 on someone's truck. I don't know whose it is, if it's not one of ours, but an AL4 on a truck.
So we can hear how it sounds like. Let's get the ASMR.
Yeah, so it's a real strong. This is you could put the tonneau cover through a lot more than you could put the truck through. So it's a very strong. Sorry. I was just looking at the cover. Yeah. So yeah, this is our AL4 on a 3rd generation Tundra. So beautiful truck. The cover complements everything. It looks like it belongs there. and this is the cover that rotates against the rear window to allow full bed access to the customers. So yeah, this is the factory tour. Jack, if there's anything you want to dive into a little bit
Yeah.
more
What?
deeply, absolutely.
Yeah. So what? Okay. So basically, people are gonna know. Okay, what's next? You know, they want. Okay. So the Aether Lux, the heat pump business, again, which could be a massive, massive business far beyond what you have even now. That going to be? Is the manufacturing going to be done at this factory? At
No,
this plant?
the manufacturing is going to be done at a partner or contract factory at the time. We don't have the space here to be able to handle it. So we're going to be looking to manufacture that at a partner manufacturer. Also, a lot of the components come from overseas, so we're not sure exactly if it's going to be assembled here or assembled somewhere like not in China, but like maybe like a Vietnam or Malaysia. We're not sure yet, but we're just finalizing the final stages of the R&D element of it. So once it's finished with R&D, which we're right at the end of it, then it goes into production planning, UL certification, testing, and then production.
And that's a global product, right? That's a lot of it, most of it is outside of the U.S. For
Yeah,
the heat pump business. So really,
the
it's a
the globe
massive.
the global heat the global market for heat pump is everywhere. I mean, it's not just a small market. It's houses, apartments, condos. Heat pumps are even used in Teslas and electric vehicles around the world. So our technology applies to residential and automotive markets as well as refrigeration markets. All of it. It's one of the biggest markets in the world.
And when does that launch again? Aether Lux, the heat pump. When does that launch?
It's sometime next year, probably the second half of next year, but we're going to try
Okay.
to tighten things up. I mean, it took us a long time to get the first tonneau cover out, but then now we've done three and we're about to launch our fourth. So it shows that our ability to execute and bring product from concept to market is also tightening. Like the first iPhone ever developed took them 5 years. Now they're launching a new phone every year. Same thing with us. Our first tonneau cover took us 3 years to develop. Now we launched three additional tonneau covers in 1 year. So our ability to bring products to market is really tightening up. We're like AI. We're getting smarter every day.
And also, again, you mentioned Apple. Apple, it's very similar. You know, it's a similar type of story, right? They started with a computer, right? Apple computers,
Hmm.
right? Where do they make
Hmm.
their money now? It's the iPhones and the iTunes store.
Cloud
That's the big,
storage, yeah,
big
cloud
thing.
storage, yeah, product as a service, or sorry, yeah, service as a product. And that's the thing is we're going to develop into different markets. We're going to develop different ways of making money through like product as a service, service based, feature, maybe it's like a rental or subscription products. Maybe we get into completely correlated markets like packaging or corrugate or extrusions or injection molding or God knows what. But yeah, from humble acorns through mighty oaks. We're starting somewhere.
Exactly. Now, okay. So bottom line is, right now you have. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. So the thing that's going to move the needle right now, what's going to, the catalyst for massive revenue growth over the next couple of months is going to be this product on the screen. That's the core. You want to
Hmm.
just give us a recap of that for anybody that's new to the program.
Yeah, the core is a generator without gasoline, without fuel. It's a battery powered generator that offers a removable battery like a power tool. So you literally have unlimited energy. It's the only one of its kind to offer unlimited inbuilt energy. So others, they offer like this big generator and then you can buy other blocks of batteries and connect them with cables, but the cables have limitations. These will get hot and it's just clunky. Our system is like a power tool. It's when your battery's dead, you pop out the dead battery, put it to charge by any wall outlet or solar panel, and you replace it with a charged battery. So we have unlimited energy in our battery generator. It's good for campsite, job site, first responders, anyone that swings a hammer or a golf club, and it's a global market. So tonneau covers, I mean, to buy a tonneau cover, you got to be in the market for a tonneau cover. You have to have a pickup truck. You have to have a budget of what our product costs. Let's call it $1,000. But the battery generator is now a much less focused market. It's anybody, anywhere and we're going to look at financing options so that it unlocks even the budget restriction. So it's like right now our core, we just launched, we said that our price, I think our starter pack was like around $900. Some people can't afford $900. So we're going to offer financing options that allow people to we're going to make it affordable to everybody. So now we're going to grow to a nine or 10 figure market in a very specific, with tunnel covers that are very specific. Again, it's a person that owns a truck that needs a cover that's willing to spend $1,000, but the core battery system is now anybody, man or woman, young or old, in any part of the world that just needs a plug away from a wall. So that's job site, campsite, first responders. It could be the next thing that
How does
everybody's got in their
how,
cabinet.
so there's other chargers like this on the market. How do you compare to, let's say, the competition? What differentiates you? Like what's the difference here?
Our product is the only one that offers touchscreen. So instead of like pressing buttons, it's like a full touchscreen environment. We have integrated lighting, and we're also the only to offer the modular battery. So in essence, competitors, it's just a sealed unit. It's a dumb box of batteries, and when it's dead, let's say you have it you're using it for 2 hours and the battery dies, you have to charge it for 8. So now you have the paperweight for 8 hours. Ours is the only one that allows you to take the depleted battery out, charge it independent of the unit, and then replace it with a charged battery so that the unit consistently works for you. So that's like unlimited energy. It's our main focus is offering unlimited energy to consumers, whether they need it in good times or bad times. So on top of aesthetics, it looking better, having integrated lighting, having Bluetooth connectivity, all these great bells and whistles and features, it puts out a strong amount of power, 15 amps, 2000 watts power, which is anything you could plug into a wall outlet, you could plug into this. And it
How
also
much
offers some
electricity is
modular.
that? This amount. So like, this is enough to
And
power how many items?
any yeah, anything you would plug into your wall outlets at home, you could plug into this. So if you call a contractor in to renovate your basement and they have saws and drills and all these different tools plugged into your wall outlets, it's whatever you could plug into your wall, you could plug into our unit.
Okay.
It could power a refrigerator for 3 or 4 days without needing a charge, for instance.
Wow. Okay. And the advantage also is this modularity of it, which in other words, so there's these battery packs you can plug in, which can be pre-charged, etc. So you can have essentially, like you said, it's basically you could have energy forever as long as you keep
Yeah,
getting
energy
charged.
forever. It's a beautiful loop because when you're using one, you're charging one or two, and then you always have some charging and some in use. So it's unlimited energy, whereas our competitors it's either being charged or it's being used. Ours offers this endless, beautiful loop of unlimited energy. You have
Wait,
batteries waiting.
Steve, I have a question. So the one that's charging it, do you need another device to charge it? Or how is the other? How is
No,
the other?
no.
It's charging at the
The
same thing.
it's the other battery is being charged by a wall outlet or
Okay.
any solar panels. So if you have like
Okay.
some Amazon solar panels or you have our solar tunnel cover, you
Okay.
plug
Okay.
the batteries into a wall outlet or a solar panels with your remote, and it's charging from the sun. Green charging, and then when it's
Hmm.
charged, you plug it in and use it.
Okay. Okay. No. So excellent. So that's all that is launching Friday.
Yeah, Thursday,
Friday.
Friday. Yep.
Friday's the launch date. Okay. And
Yeah.
they can go to the website. We have it. We have it on the screen. There's a great website. There's great
Worksport.com. Follow us. Yeah, Worksport LTD on all socials. Stay up to date. Yep.
Instagram page, which has, so there's a big Black Friday sale here. Everything is okay. Look at this. Okay, everything. There we go. And there is the Solus, the solar covers. Everything is
hmm
right there on the site. So Steve, okay, I want to thank you again. We'll again. The bottom line is, the momentum is building. Like we see, like the news. I always tell investors, if you want to see the health of a company, if you want to see if a company's for real, just keep your eye on the news flow. That's the pulse of the business. That tells you,
hmm
the velocity, the pace of growth, and that's the proof. A lot of times when we introduce a stock, we say, hey, this potentially could be a 10x. It's at the inflection point. But the proof is the news flow, because that shows you exactly what's happening. And we're
Yep.
seeing, unlike a lot of companies, we're seeing with Worksport, the news flow. Like every week, there's a new milestone. There's, again, new
Yep.
products launching, new sales,
Yep. Yep.
this constant growth. And we just saw, again, the factory tour with the shipments, stuff being made, stuff being
Trucks
shipped.
full. Yeah. Raw goods, components, the facilities, the infrastructure. The fact that it's busy and noisy. You're asking what's the B thing and what it's busy. We're busy. We got demand. We have everything that we need to continue to grow. It's all happening right here, right before your eyes. I mean, we have a beautiful team of over 100 individuals here busy at work, and we're just getting warmed up. We're just getting warmed up.
Excellent. Steve, again, thank you for the tour, and we'll catch up with you in the next couple of weeks. Happy holidays. Have a good Thanksgiving.
You
And
too.
thank you, everybody, for joining us.
So thanks, everyone.
See you in the next one, guys.